As promised, I want to take a look at the letters to the editor in reaction to that What's the Harm article blasting the Creation Museum and creationists in the Mensa Bulletin, the national publication of Mensa. Uh, Reconciling Religion and Science. This one guy says, well, he said it's misleading. He thinks science is still okay in the United States. He said he was a materialist, then he became a Christian. Now, he said he's not a young earth creationist. He doesn't think there are very many of them. I suppose we young earth creationists are probably in a minority. Doesn't mean we're wrong, of course. And then the next person who writes something here says he's a young earth creationist like me and a member of Mensa like me and Jerry Bergman and Ian Juby. And these are just well-known speakers in the creation science community, let alone all of the members of Mensa that are also creationists like this man in Tennessee. Trying to say that the Creation Museum is all about deceiving the public, as all that article was about. Their main problem is that we don't accept their ideas, so that rains on their parade. You really can't know what happened millions of years ago. That's called forensic science or historical science. It's not experimental. It's not empirical. It's not operational science, which I've been teaching in my science classes at the high school here where I teach. Now look, this is the real important part, so pay attention. Evolution really rests on a pseudoscientific basis of spontaneous generation of life that's never been observed, beneficial mutations that have also never been observed, and the annulment of the second law of thermodynamics. The second law of thermodynamics is what Isaac Asimov called the most powerful generalization about the universe that mankind has ever been able to come up with. And I'd like to, point out as a biologist that transitional forms, beneficial mutations, those are all fictitious and wishful thinking, hopeful posits, and the spontaneous generation of life. And I mentioned this last night when I spoke at our church on dinosaurs and got to the topic. All evolutionists believe in spontaneous generation of life. Now I can almost hear the fires of anger rising all around us when I say that in the evolutionist camp, but it's undeniable. There was no life in the universe, in our planet, as Ben Stein put it in the movie Expelled, and then there was life. Bingo. No life, then there's life. No life, then there's life. Life made itself, according to evolution theory. Spontaneous generation of life is the core of their biology. And that goes against the law of biogenesis, which Louis Pasteur proved in 1864. And he blasted spontaneous generation and said it will never rise again. Oh, but it's been ensured its survival by the Darwin hopefuls when he wrote his book in 1859 up to this very day. Every evolutionist believes in spontaneous generation of life, whether they'll admit it or not. It's undeniable fact. And they should just go ahead and admit it instead of trying to hide that embarrassing skeleton in the closet. Well, we'll read another one of these letters tomorrow that much more disagrees with the creationist position, and we'll analyze that. But in the meantime, keep thinking and remember that evolutionists believe in spontaneous generation. They believe the second law of thermodynamics doesn't matter, and they also believe that mutations can write new genetic information. Again, all that by itself and all against the second law. God bless. Take care. Keep thinking. Dr. J.